Welcome back. It's now time for the rapid fire around the NFL. We begin with the Green Bay Packers, where they lost to the Detroit Lions 18-16. Tell you what, guys, I have to laugh at this. You guys both, pretty much everyone I think on here who's a Packers fan, all picked the Packers to win. And you lose to a team, the streak's over now. I mean, the Lions haven't beat the Packers since 1991, and it's over with. I mean, Rodgers' interception record's now over with this season. It's just been a terrible events for this Packers team. And you look at it, it's dismantled right now. 3-game losing streak. I mean, you're panicking, aren't you, Nate?
Yeah, I mean, they lost to Detroit. I'll hold this up. This was after the game. I wrote this down, some notes, a whole page, a couple hours after I had time to cool off. And there's just so many problems on this team. I mean, the one bright spot was Demarius Randall on defense, but the defense looked all right, but it's because it was the Lions offense. So I'm not whole hung on the defense being top 5.
They haven't recorded a sack in 3 weeks.
There's still problems on defense, and the offense especially is where it's coming from. I mean, the offense, they lead the league in 3-and-outs right now, I think, and it's just awful. I mean, they can't get anything started, and I think it starts with the play calling, and it starts with the receivers getting off the line, and it starts with the offense blocking. There's none of it there. And
fundamentals.
Randall Cobb can't get off the line. I don't know where he is half the game. He had 10 targets in the game or something like that. James Jones had none.
Oh, you're not realizing Randall Cobb's on a number 1 wide receiver. It's Jordy Nelson.
He's playing in the slot.
Here's the thing.
He should be doing all right. He's playing the
slot.
But
he's going up against the number 1 corner.
Jordy Nelson's one of the top wide receivers in the league. This is not because Jordy Nelson's not in the lineup.
Yeah, can we?
This is more.
I'm sick of them saying that.
This is way more than Jordy Nelson
exactly.
being hurt.
This is play calling and making no adjustments.
There's no. I don't think there's some trust issues with Rodgers and his wide receivers. He's not as accurate. Not to mention, I think too, the play calling.
So you guys are going to go out there and blame Tom Clemens for them losing all these games, and it's a pivotal part? I don't think so. I think Rodgers playing like crap.
We didn't say he was playing.
The receivers are playing like crap, and the offensive line playing crap. How can you blame it on the offensive coordinator when they got to make the plays, and that's not happening?
Because they make no changes. They make no changes in games, which is horrible because once you
they're running pretty much the same offense they ran last couple of years.
No, this is nowhere near.
In the Denver game, we saw them having too many routes that are taking way too long to develop, and no one was open. That's why Rodgers struggled that game. This game, they ran too much stuff way too short early in the game. So they're getting 2-3 yards a pass.
But they have to. I mean, the Lions were getting pressure on Rodgers the whole game.
Because the offensive line.
Not to mention, let's be honest here, those corners were all over the wide receivers. They got away with some stuff on Sunday, that's for sure.
And I can't tell what you're doing. I mean, you're like a washwoman out here. One minute you like the Packers moving and taking McCarthy off the spot at coordinator. Now you guys want him back. I mean, what do you guys want here? You guys aren't satisfied.
No, I was not a fan of McCarthy.
I remember you last year. You said you thought you stood behind the decision to move McCarthy off, but now you guys want him back.
Well, I think because here's the thing. His purpose of taking away the play calling was he can focus on all aspects of the game now. He didn't have to worry about the play calling. Well, I don't see the impact he's made on defense.
Please tell me what exactly
teams.
he's doing.
Have you seen any difference in their defense?
I don't know. You guys were all behind the decision in March.
I was not.
Now you're
not.
not.
I thought it was an overreaction.
He said in the Seattle game he was not aware of what was going on defense and special teams because he was focused on play calling. That he probably needed to be involved in those during that game. So far, the impact of him being involved with special teams and defense has not shown much progress, while the offense has suffered greatly this season.
I mean, what do you guys think needs to happen these next few weeks to turn this thing around?
I think McCarthy needs to be more involved in the offense now, even more so than probably what he is. I think they need to run the ball better. They need to run the ball more. You can't just abandon the run. They've abandoned the run game, and they need to get their formations. They need to switch up their formations a little bit because they've been running some basic stuff. There's an article linked on SI this week or last week. They said that they're running the most basic formations, which is easy for the receivers to get covered on. Like, it's easy for the defense to just load it up and stop it.
Yeah, I think there's more to that just than the technical side. I think this team needs somebody that will stand up, get in people's faces, hold people accountable.
Josh Sitton last night said teams view their offense as too predictable. Like,
right,
they know what they're doing.
I don't like Aaron Rodgers just sitting on the bench and just kind of waiting for him to go back out there. I think he needs to talk to offense linemen, talk to his receivers on the sidelines, kind of get them going. We see Tom Brady week in and week out get fired up after a pass play, get fired up when the defense isn't performing. And I think Rodgers isn't that kind of guy. That's not his personality. That's whatever, but I think he needs to step up. Somebody needs to take a little leadership role because they're just kind of sitting on the sidelines waiting to go back out there and do the same thing over and over.